Hello, hello, and welcome to the Borealis Experience. I'm your host, Aurora, life coach and companion on this beautiful journey called life. Welcome to the show. Welcome here. I hope you feel good. I hope you feel safe, supported, confident, simply good about yourself. And if you don't, I hope I can create a space for you where you feel comfortable to reflect and rest and recharge your battery. This is a donor-driven podcast. So every donation is greatly appreciated to make sure that this podcast stays advertisement-free and sustainable. So there's a link in the show notes called Buy Me a Coffee, and there you can donate a couple bucks. Of course, I'm not going to buy a coffee with that money. I'm going to put it right back into the podcast for you, for your mind, for your heart, for you to feel good. I'm also offering the Borealis Experience nature walks from now on. You can contact me on Facebook. Sorry, I had to clear my throat here. Shoot me a message if you're curious. I invite people to be in nature with me, pour your heart out, rant, vent, and then let all your mental and emotional garbage in the forest and clear your path to your healing, to your success. Sometimes we need that neutral person that we can talk to because, especially if you live in a small community, it is very hard at times to be, open with the people around you because you're scared of judgment, you're scared of them starting to treat you differently once you open up. And I just want to be that person in the southern Alberta community for now, where you can just come and spend some time in nature and pour your heart out. Of course, I'm offering this to all people around the world who are interested. But when it comes to distance, we would have to meet over Zoom. But in the future, I will also be traveling to your place, to your city, to hold workshops if there is any requests. I'm open to that. I want to serve more people and make sure that we are all doing all right and good, if not fabulous out there. All right, enough with my chatter. Today I want to call it the self-worth session. Self-worth, I feel we all have an attachment to having to accomplish things in order to feel worthy. And I don't know when it all started. It must be, rooted in our families that we have to be a good girl, we have to be a good boy in order to belong and be part of society and especially of a family. So we have to do certain deeds in order to feel accomplished, in order to feel worthy. The problem now is if you closely connect your worth to an outcome of an activity or to another person judging your performance, so to say. Like, do you see what the problem is there? Like, you are making yourself very vulnerable to other people's judgments, expectations, and especially to your own. It's not always other people who put expectations on us. Sometimes the harshest expectations come from ourselves. Let me give you some examples here. Let's pretend that you were born into an academic family. Turns out, though, that you are a badass artist. You love the arts. You love to express yourself through music, movie, acting, colors, and paintings. And the academics is, it's an interesting field for you, but you're not passionate about. You are passionate about the arts, and it can be very different too. Like, you can be born into an artistic family and being the only academic person in there. So we feel ostracized, we feel weird about our passion, we don't feel understood. And yet, if we start following our passion, we will feel as if our family is not supporting us because you are starting a new path. So you're going to be linking your worth to how much the people around you approve of your decisions and how happy you make them in taking certain decisions. So you put yourself out there and believe that your worth is deeply attached to an outcome, to the way you perform. And that is very dangerous. Can you imagine a world where your worth would be impeccable, untouched? No one could ever challenge it, not even yourself. You are out there, you're trying out new things, you are putting yourself out there and risking rejection, and then you face failure, obstacles, and rejection, which is perfectly normal as an entrepreneur and a normal person. Every person goes through that. But your worth is being crippled. You feel as if your worth is diminishing the more you encounter struggle and difficult situations. And what I'm here to tell you today is that your worth can't be touched or diminished. Imagine it being a seed, a beautiful plant growing in nourishing, fertile soil, and it is growing in an environment where it's protected from negative thought, doubt, harsh judgments, expectations. That little plant can just grow and be itself. So by envisioning your worth, by kind of taking it out of your system, outside of you, and putting it into the palm of your hand, for instance. And if you're having a hard time imagining this, just pretend for a second that you can take your worth, your preciousness, your uniqueness into your hands. And then I want you to look at it with the most sweetest, tender eyes, with the most respect that you can feel for something outside of you. And know that from today on, nobody and nothing can touch your worth. You also cannot add to it. You know, some people think, oh, I need diamonds, I need bikes, I need clothing, I need accomplishments, because this is when my worth is bigger. No, this is not how it goes. It's just like makeup, you know, like so often we see women who wear tons of makeup and we simply don't understand because they're so absolutely gorgeous. Yet they feel the need to having to wear makeup, but it is an inside job that they don't feel worthy. And the same thing goes for guys. the more you are trying to feel worthy through external stuff, likes, comments on Facebook, on social media, or whatever it is that approves of you or throws a thumbs up or a love, a heart at you, the more you make yourself dependent and you kind of put your power into the outside world. And that is not okay, because the outside world is pretty unpredictable and pretty scary. And I don't want you to be hiding now, but what I want you to do is to not make your worth dependent on your outside world. Just simply imagine you are in your 30s, you are plus 30, male, female, freshly divorced, or never been married. You have no children, or you have children and they don't want to see you. And all of a sudden you feel worthless because of these circumstances. Believe or see that if you are born into a family that expects you to have children by the age of 22, and you have to have a running marriage and a house and a garden full of beautiful flowers, yet you are not living up to that, are you supposed to feel like a piece of shit? Are you supposed to feel worthless and hide behind addictions, behind self-help books? No. Do not give your power away. Your worth is with you, is within you, and nothing and no one can touch it. And if you're 65 and still have no children, and all your siblings around you and your cousins have tons of children and happy marriages, so what? If you are crippled by this expectation towards yourself and by other people, you're not only crippling your soul, you are also not going to show up in society as the person we need you to be. You are so worthy of being listened to. You are so worthy of feeling seen. And you also have kind of a duty to be out there and to kick ass in whichever way you want. The more authentically you express yourself, the more happy you are with your job, the more valuable you are to society, and not by abiding to some weird expectations that you simply can't fulfill because they're not in alignment with your true nature. But by being your true self, wanting to be out there to serve your community and to shine a light that inspires others to do the same, who still feel stuck and crippled by their own expectations and by their feelings of unworthiness. All right, I'm going to leave you with that. I love you so much. I care so deeply about you. I'm so happy you're here. I appreciate you so much, because if you listen to this, it means that you want a change for the better. You want to grow. You want to make peace with your past and not be a victim anymore. And you want to show up in your community as yourself no matter what. And trust me, if you have a good heart, if you have good intentions, you will feel as if you're jumping into a cold ocean and swim in waters that you've never tested before. But people will support you and cheer for you. And I will be the first out there who roots for you. All right. I hope I was able to kick your ass in the most graceful and kindest way. Take really good care of yourself, and I will be out there very soon again. Bye-bye.